Can you hear me? I guess you can. In the long history of Toastmaster, this might not be the first time. But I'm going with a very unconventional approach. Ladies and gentlemen, what you're witnessing right now is a live demonstration of a panic attack. Prior to coming here, obviously I arrived late. While our president, Iris and Juna and Christine was giving their short speech, my mind was in a blank state. I wasn't thinking properly. I was just reciting what I was trying to prepare this entire day. And I have to be brutally honest that I actually came underprepared. Actually, the correct term should be I'm actually unprepared. And the reason being is that this is not something I'm proud of, but this is the greatest fear I have. And I'm pretty sure, as a Toastmaster event where people are here to improve their public speaking skills, this is what we're here for, right? And so instead of running away, like in many cases in the past, I still decided to, I should give it a shot and, be a man. This is not a politically correct phrase, but be a man and do the right thing, like just as Russell Peter said. I may have my moments of brain freezes where I'll just pause and don't know how to continue. Coming from a family of, I wouldn't say immigrant, but my family has moved around the world. So planning and preparing was never my thing, because it never worked out. I had to improvise, I had to adapt to the environment. So this is what I'm doing right now, basically. And the fact that a photographer, Paul, is recording is actually making me extra anxious. But at the same time, I'm actually very grateful. And the reason being is that this is actually, this reminds me of a historical incident. A little background of myself, I was born Taiwanese, but I grew up in Japan. And for a time of my life, I am a little fan of Japanese history. So there was a very famous battle in Japan called Battle of Mitagahara. So I'm not sure if you're aware of, but there's a guy called Tokugawa Ieyasu. He was a general who ruled Japan, who unified Japan and brought in Edo period. But as a young warlord, he was a rising sun. And in his mid-career, he suffered a very devastating defeat. And at the low of his career, he lost many of his bravest generals. But somehow he managed to survive. And he told his painter to paint him. He told his painter to paint him at the worst moment of his life. And unlike later stages of his portrait, that particular painting of him just looked miserable, defeated. And defeated, how can I find the word? But you know what I'm trying to say. And the remarkable thing that he did was he chose to put that painting always with him, like in his bedroom. It was a constant reminder of his failure and his reminder of how he could improve in the future. So maybe this video is going to be this exact painting. I'm not so sure about that. I don't like to think myself as not a courageous person. It's just that public speaking isn't my thing. There are many aspects of courage. For instance, if there is one profession that I think I'm comfortable with, is that maybe I could be a good soldier. Because I have no fear of in a battle situation. Of course, I was never placed in such a situation, but I can see myself, if the circumstance necessitates, I would be very willing to defend my country. But this is not the case for many people that I know, they will just run away. They think the survival instinct is greater. But somehow when it comes to public speaking, I just freeze. I just can't. And there are many cases of past failures. There were many, and I'm pretty sure I'll probably have some more in the future as well. But Yeah, there's a term in Japanese. It's called bakazu or fumi. If you translate literally, it means stepping on the rounds. Stepping on the rounds meaning you just have to expose yourself over and over again. And this is a term that I really like. It's I have my past failures, but I'm not doing exceptionally well. My brain was in mosaic. The more I want to organize my thoughts, the more unstructured I became. So I just came here. I told myself, just man up and come here and just deliver whatever comes to your mind. And, I'm not proud of not preparing. I actually learned the importance of preparing because that is the right thing to do. I can't improvise. Always improvise in my life. But I'm very grateful having this opportunity to share my thoughts, my position, my confessions, and eventually my goal, as funny as it may sound, is that I made a public statement recently that my goal in life is to have a TED Talk eventually for two following reasons. One being is that if I have a TED Talk, that means I have achieved something that is impactful and very serious, and having people to invite me to that venue, that is something remarkable. And secondly, of course, it's a public speaking forum, right? So it means I'll have to conquer my deepest fear. It's probably a very long way there, but baby steps are still steps. And I'm at least grateful that I made the conscious decision to be here and be courageous. Thank you.